Hi everybody, and I'm doing a little box review of what you get into the box mostly. And this is the Sarsilmaz SAR USA K12. Now of course you get your paperwork and you get your lock and little tool to adjust the sight. Don't think it's a sticker, it feels like a sticker. I ain't gonna stick it on nothing. Cleaning rod, cleaning brush, which I don't use. 2 magazines, and then the K12 itself, of course. So, mostly all the stuff that sits in the gun box forever. I'll put it in storage eventually, so the gun boxes just take up too much room. So, magazines empty, guns empty, as you can see. So I got this back over the summer. It was probably June, and I tell you, it's a nice gun. It's heavy. It's all steel, long dust cover slide, no slide rail or no light rail. Has the piece here like a mag well extension, which really opens it up a lot. Has these grips. Now these grips, they kind of indent right here on both sides. And at first I thought it'd be weird, but it feels so good. It's crazy. And I think what it is this area of my palm, just below my fingers, just the meaty area. It fits into that shallow spot, and then these fingers wrap all the way around into it. So it actually feels thinner than my other CZ75 clones. My Witness Elite, Elite Match, I got 2 of those, you know, the 40 to 10. So these grips actually feel really good. I'm really impressed with them. Has really nice checkering on the front, on the back. Safety will go on with the hammer down. Excuse me, no. Safety will only go on with the hammer cocked. Forgot about that. All my other ones won't do that. Magazines releases quite well. One of the weird things is the magazines have these square, deep magazine butts on them. So, magazine from my SAR V6 has the metal plate, but see that the toe, this taut edge, it keeps it from going into place, so it doesn't work. This is from my CM9. Same thing. The plastic goes up there, but won't lock in place. So, however, these will lock into the other ones. It just looks a little funny with this piece on it, but that's okay. Now again, we're going into. It's empty. Now I did replace the front sight with a Dawson Precision fiber optic. Hopefully you can see that. And then I put the Galloway trigger springs in, all but the mag release one, because I didn't really need to change that. But I put everything else in. And when I first bought it, it was running about 5 pounds. And now it's dropped down to, that hit about 3.5. Just under 3.5. And just about 3. So I do anticipate that more I shoot it, it's going to break in, because the triggers are basically the same as my EA Witness Elite matches, and my 40, which I've had the longest. I've had that since like 2012. That one started, I wouldn't say it was a heavy trigger pull, but it was around the 4 or 5 pound mark, and it's dropped down. It's only like 2.5 pounds now, 3 pounds, somewhere in there. It's really light. A little too light, maybe. No. Fully adjustable rear sight, even though it is kind of, well, actually I haven't had to adjust it because it's like dead on. So standard CZ style takedown. You got your 2 little notches here, if you put your hammer in the half cock in this, the hammer spring really loosen it up. And then I'm going to use the plastic part, the metal one. I don't want to pop it with the metal. I use the plastic. If I don't have that, I used a plastic handle of a screwdriver. But I just pull it back, pop it with that, walk the pin out, comes right apart, and again, everything is fairly the standard CZ stuff in there, even though it is a single action, not a single double. Spring and guide rod, metal guide rod. And then the barrel, and I believe this is a 4 3/4 inch, something like that. Wow, 4.75. I forget exactly now. Doesn't matter. But this thing shoots really nice. And then the reassembly is just the reverse of it. Drop your barrel in, slide your spring in, and lock it in place, and it will hold in place like that. Slide your frame and slide together. Again, just put the pressure on where those pins are matching. Slip your takedown in, and there you go. Yeah, it is definitely my favorite 9mm range gun. Too heavy to carry and too expensive to carry. I don't want to be involved in a shooting and then have my gun confiscated while they investigate, because I can't afford just to buy these every day. A $350 gun I can. But yeah, it's kind of neat on the magazines. I mean, if you compare the two magazines and you just look at the magazines themselves, they look identical except for the butt plates. So if I was to, you know, swap out the butt plates or even just take the plastic piece off, these would probably work in it. But I don't really need to do that when I'm out there shooting. I can always stop to reload because I don't do competition. I don't need a bunch of magazines for all my guns. So usually my spare magazines I just store in a bucket, you know, all together, because I really don't use them. But yeah, definitely one of my favorite guns. Replacing aside the fiber optics because I'm getting older. I'm in my mid-50s, and trying to shoot even at arm's length, things are kind of blurry out that far. So it's getting rougher on me to aim. The red dot really help, or the fiber optics really help, because when you get light shining in this thing, it just starts glowing. It's really awesome. You can kind of, I don't know if you can see it from that side, but I don't know. Well, if you kind of can't quite get in there, you get the light in there. Yeah, I don't think it's going to work. But yeah, it glows really good. Daytime, yeah, it really lightens up and makes it easier for me to see. Maybe someday I bought the Gersan also that has the red dot. It's in one of my other videos. Maybe someday if I get used to the red dots and I like them, maybe I'll just have this modified to fit a red dot on it. Especially as my eyesight's going worse and worse, and the red dot seems to so far work really good. So we'll see how that goes over the coming year. Anyway, thanks for watching. So I got a magazine. I think I only got like 16 because I couldn't quite squeeze that last round in. We're gonna see how it does. Last one got away from me.